So even when we're discussing metals, leather, or materials in general, there is something more fundamental underneath all of it. What we're building is a stylized, exaggerated, and often surreal graphic interpretation of nature. Within the context of a game, a film, or any fictional universe, the principle remains the same. Just as we stylize form and shape, we also stylize systems such as magic, superhuman abilities, or even anatomy itself. Stylization does not apply to isolated elements, it applies everywhere. Everything follows that logic from overall form and story to character abilities, materials, and sculptural details. In reality, it would be difficult to find a metal that naturally occurs or serves as armor with this exact pattern. But with my experience in creating materials and rendering, when I suggest this kind of information in these materials, it's because after doing this so many times, I feel it's an effective way to push the exaggeration. Another analogy is the faces in Baroque sculpture, like in Italy. They aren't realistic copies of nature, they're highly stylized and intentionally simplified. So when we look at or try to copy those works, we have to remember their interpretations of nature by the artists of that time. They're design choices, not exact reality. And like anything else, faces can have other designs. Art always represents nature in some way. So what I've shared is a stylization of textures that I know works. In the end, once we apply the colors, set up the correct shader, and render with proper lighting, it results in a metal that isn't a literal copy of reality, but a beautiful, surreal, and functional interpretation of it.